African girl got the spice, she got it. Caribbeans, Jamaicans, I got a message. She can be my brown skin queen, oh.
Brown skin girl, skin just like pie.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's just get into this lighting real quick. Y'all, I am so glad that you clicked on this video. Today we are going to be getting into how to film like a TikTok, a reel, a YouTube short, things of that sort. So short form content, because it's not as hard as you think and anybody can do it. I promise. It's super simple. You just have to know, like, you know, where to set up your camera, lighting, aesthetics, good things like that, and we're gonna get into all that. So but before we get started, y'all need to make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram. Okay, so we got my personal Instagram right here. Y'all go follow me on justyear_, and then also follow my design page at justyearstudio. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the video. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it's real hot. Texas is like at least, let's check the weather real quick, and it's supposed to get to 106. I'm inside and it's hot. But okay, so when it comes to creating these types of short form content, I'm not gonna say a little goes a long way, but it's like the simpler the better, if that makes sense. Like, you don't really have to do too much, you don't have to say too much. You know, like I said, it's a short form video, like at least 30 seconds or less will probably get the job done. You know, at the end of the day, like, it seems like you film a whole bunch of stuff, but once you edit it, it's all like clipped down to 1 to 5 second clips, you know. But okay, so we're gonna start with, I have the iPhone 11. Like, y'all, I don't really have like the newest phone, but we're gonna talk about the camera settings. Obviously, you gotta settings, if you have an iPhone, you go to camera, you go to record video, and I have mine set to 4K at 60 FPS, as you can see right here, but there's like a little glare. But obviously 4K shoots in super high quality, we know that. But depending on your preferences, if you want to film high quality videos but take the risk of it, like, say for instance uploading to Instagram, if you don't mind them taking away a bit of that quality, then I would say that shooting in 4K at 60 FPS is fine. But if that's something that's gonna bother you and you're like really actually gonna notice the difference, I would suggest switching to 1080p HD at 60 FPS. Okay, it's like, you know, it's still pretty good quality, but when it uploads to social media platforms, the quality will stay the same, because I'm pretty sure like Instagram, for whatever reason, just can't hold the 4K quality. But that's not neither here nor there. That's just a personal preference, okay? So yeah, starting with that, I am gonna say that for majority of the content that I film it on the camera that y'all are on right now. I have the Canon, let's see, I have the Canon GX. This is the camera, I mean, I feel like everybody has this camera, y'all. This is the vlogging camera. I typically will use this camera for a lot of my high quality videos. Mainly, I'm gonna say for Instagram. Instagram really actually does care about the quality of the videos in order to kind of push it out a little bit. TikTok, it's not as pressing. YouTube Shorts, it's not as pressing. It doesn't really matter as much. But for videos such as Instagram, I would suggest, if you have a nicer camera, to use the nicer camera. But I'm gonna be showing y'all how I also film on my phone. Obviously, this is a little more user-friendly. I know everybody has a phone, so you gotta start somewhere. You gotta work with what you got. So, whew, that's a lot, y'all. Okay, so let's start by saying the most obvious thing. If you are filming things like YouTube videos, I would say longer form videos. What is this, landscape? This is landscape, right? Landscape is the way to go. But you have to remember, if you are filming on that camera, that you need to turn it to portrait this way, so that it takes up the full length of the screen when it comes to social media platforms that aren't YouTube. YouTube, this way, landscape works perfect. It fills up the frame. But when it comes to things like Instagram and TikTok, they don't really like it when your videos are here. You got the black space on the top and the bottom. So if you could avoid that with the majority of your videos, I definitely would suggest that. Okay, hold on. It's a little weird because like I already have the tripod already up and extended from the last time I used it. Oh, let me just close it real quick. Okay. Oh, my battery's about to die. Every time, never fails. All right, guys, so I want to start by talking about the tripod that I have. I'm pretty sure I ordered this one on Amazon. This is a while ago, so I can maybe find the link, maybe not, but this is the brand. This is what it says. Okay, there we go. So this is the brand. Y'all, this is the sturdiest. It's not exactly the smallest, most compactable, but you know, it's real sturdy. I really like this one compared to my old one. It has like a little handle. It comes in like a little travel bag. And my favorite feature about it is that you can take off this top piece right here, which fits my vlogging camera, and change it to, there we go, we ain't got the bag. And you can change it to this little piece that'll hold your phone. Yeah, love that. That's actually quite handy. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I am lazy and I just use my ring light because it has the same little thing right here, but that works just the same. Okay, so you need to make sure you have a quality tripod. Obviously one that could fit your phone will work better for this example, but because you don't need your phone tipping over while you're trying to film. What are we doing? All right, so boom. Got your tripod, because you can't hold the phone. You want to be able to just like do what you need to do with your hands, your body, your feet, and just have the camera record you. I also have, okay, so I also have this motion censored. Y'all, I got this from Papa and it works pretty well. This motion sensor is battery powered phone. Oh, we don't do it that way, we do it this way. Phone tripod that will track you so it moves as you move. Depending on what kind of video, this could work too, but as you can see, it's just like a little tripod. It's not gonna stand 8 feet tall like that other one, so keep that in mind. But yeah, so this, depending on the type of content you like to film, this might be a better option for you. And then when it comes to things like lighting, y'all see my lighting right now? It's because the window is behind the camera. You need to always make sure that your lighting is behind whatever you're filming with so that you are the brightest part because you're the main character. Yeah, so this is with the window. Here's the window behind the camera, and when you put the light behind you, you run into the issue of backlighting. Like the light is back there, but you are very dark. Y'all see that difference? One looks like it's nighttime and one looks like it's very much daytime. So I would definitely suggest filming more in the mornings, like earlier in the day. I would suggest filming early in the day. I would suggest maybe before like 4 or 5 o'clock, honestly, but yeah, so that you can get optimal lighting for your videos. But I know there are instances where that may not can work. And that's when having things like a handy dandy ring light. I actually have a photography like studio box light too, but I don't have that just set up all the time. This is definitely more convenient. Look how tall it stands too. So yeah, definitely use some sort of light. I definitely think. Okay guys, like I was saying before my camera died, okay, natural light, yes. Non-natural light, only if you have to, but in any instance you need the lighting, period. So yeah, we're just gonna go with that. Let me see. Okay, let me switch out my big tripods thing from the camera to the phone, and then we'll come right back. Okay guys, so as you can see, I switched it out. Looks a little funky. I haven't used this in a little minute. I'm always too lazy and we'll just use this, but I wanted to show y'all that this tripod really eats. Okay, so I feel like everybody knows this, but you need to make sure that you are not filming with that front camera. Do not use this front camera. Use the back camera. It would always be better quality. Let's see if I can put this in here with one hand. Boom. So this is the setup, and obviously you can change your tripod length to whatever is necessary. Let's just go ahead and switch it to the camera, and boom. Look at that, a whole little setup. Y'all see that light? It's almost in the wrong spot. Right here, it looks a little funky, but when I switch it to just slightly over, this lighting's not that bad. Y'all, I really wish the window was on this side, because I do film a lot of stuff like in front of here, like fashion content, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so here we have the back camera. As you can see, that looks pretty good. Okay, so you need to make sure that when you are filming content that's supposed to be like interesting, entertaining, one tip that I do have for this is to film the same thing but in different spots, different frames, different zooms, angles, things like that. So for instance, if I am filming myself standing right here, you know, I'm talking or whatever, you know, we got the boop boop boop, just like this. In order to keep your audience's like attention span, you know, people's attention spans are not that long. It is helpful to be able to just like move, say right here. You can't even see that. Let me just move here. Right here, which is going to be doing the same thing, but it's going to be from a different angle. Or I could turn this way, turn towards the camera, you know. So I feel like that really only works best when you're not talking to the camera. That was kind of a bad example. Like if you're talking to the camera, obviously you need to make sure the camera is stable and in one spot, gets everything you need in the frame. Please make sure there's no like extra stuff. Always check your surroundings and backgrounds, make sure all that is good. Well, you gotta make sure your lens is clean, all that good stuff. But when it comes to, let me say more aesthetic content, we'll say moving the camera around works a lot better. Yeah. Okay guys, so for this example, look, we whipped out our handy dandy Just Share Studio notebook. It's so cute. This one's my favorite one. But anyways, so say I am trying to produce content around this here journal. Probably should have got the white one because I'm about to sit it right here just for the sake of this example. Oh, almost my finger. All right, so it is really smart to do things like obviously shorter clips. Like I said, people's attention span is not that long. I would not suggest doing long form video on a short form video platform. I'm telling you, people's attention span is like 1 to 3 seconds. You got to be able to show something interesting enough in the first 1 to 3 seconds so that they continue to watch the majority of the video. So for instance, I feel like y'all can't see me. Alright, so for instance, take your phone and say we were to do a clip panning from left to right. Boom. We open it. We do one top to bottom. You see how these are just like a bunch of short little clips. But if it works just depending on who you are. If you wanted to keep the video running the whole time, video still running, boom. That could be a little bit easier to edit. Okay, so short clips or long clips that you plan to cut. Okay, short clips, short mini, you know, a bunch of short mini clips, or one long clip. You just keep the camera roll running the whole time until you're ready to edit and you can split it. I feel like that's the easiest way to do it, guys, honestly. You know, you get the most aesthetic content by switching up the angles. You gotta show things in like a different perspective, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't just hold up this notebook and just be like, cause like that's not that interesting. Like, we gotta move the notebook, you know? Gotta really show some range there. Show what the notebook can do. Show what you utilizing whatever you're, you know, filming. For instance, this will be me writing it. Yo, I promise it's not that hard. You can do this. Hopefully that example makes sense, y'all. Hold on. Tighten this. Okay, so then when it comes to editing, I feel like this is where we get into the nitty-gritty, honestly. So you film, you know, you have all your content in one space. If you filmed on a camera, I would suggest getting it on the iPhone. If you filmed on the phone, great, it's already there. So the app that I use, and I know everybody uses this app, I edit with InShot. I mean, it's pretty user-friendly. You just, you know, put your video in there, and they have a bunch of tools. I would say the most useful would definitely be the text tool to type on the screen, the split tool for sure, delete, volume, speed, you know, all things you should know how to use. So when you upload your videos, you need to make sure that you are splitting clips and correct spaces. Like if you're going from one frame to another frame, split the clip. I shouldn't see the 5-second pause between you maneuvering to something else. You know, like you gotta make it short, sweet, and to the point. Really get to the point. I didn't talk about recording in slow-mo. There is a slow-mo camera setting, but I don't typically record in slow-mo. So that one's just set to like the highest one. But I would suggest editing, like changing the speed in the app, the third-party app that you are going to be editing in. I feel like that's just a lot easier, so you get the better quality video, and then you can also keep the quality while editing like faster, editing it to be a faster clip or a slower clip. Y'all stay with me, I'm not good at explaining this. Okay, so my last tip is going to be to use a third-party app to do any and all of your editing. Like I said, I use InShot. I know people that use like CapCut and iMovie, things like that. Whatever feels easiest to you, that's what you should use. But I would never sit there and edit a video in the TikTok app. Like record it with like, y'all would never, it would never work. I don't know, like that just seems so much harder. It's much easier to get all of your content filmed, get it in one place, edit it, and then upload it to the platform that you would like it to be on. Whether that be Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever. That is way better, and I feel like you get better features, you know? Obviously you don't have the music in the third-party app, so obviously add your music when you get to your main platforms. But y'all don't be editing up in those apps. I couldn't even imagine doing that. I feel like that's just so much harder. I would say Instagram, I don't know, they are becoming more user-friendly, like TikTok's editing and Instagram's editing for sure. I'm not sure about YouTube Shorts, but they're starting to look a little bit like InShot. So maybe they're catching on, y'all. Maybe a time will come when we will start editing in the TikTok app. But definitely don't record using. If you are someone who's like, I'm not downloading a separate app to do that, the least you can do is film using your regular camera app and then uploading to TikTok or Instagram or whatever. You know, don't sit there and film in it. The quality is just not, it's not gonna be there, I promise you. Like, yeah, it's the same like camera, but it's not the same quality, y'all. It's not the same. Okay, let me make sure there's nothing else. Just a few things to remember to make sure you are successful at creating your reels and TikToks. Know your camera settings, you know, pick what works best for you. Know your lighting, know what time of day the light be out so that you could be out. 3, have the right equipment. Like I said, tripods, things like that, ring lights. I feel like that's a given, honestly. 4, know your, I'm gonna say know your aesthetic, because not all videos are gonna be filmed the same. Kind of tailor it towards like things that you would like, and just kind of go off of that. Like if you know you like what is it called, like SAMSMR, what is that called, whatever that's called. If you know you like videos like that, try to recreate videos like that. You know, if you know you like things that have a little bit more fancy edits, try things like that. Know your aesthetic. And then lastly, know your angles. Know your angles, use your angles. I promise you it will make your videos a lot more interesting. Don't just, you know, stay in one spot the whole time. Some videos that works for, but also like I said, you gotta know what type of video works best for what type of camera work. Okay, it's a little bit of a science behind it, guys, but other than that, I promise you, you got it. You can do this. Anybody can film a reel or a TikTok. Okay, so thank y'all so much for watching this video. Hopefully it was a little helpful. Hopefully you feel a little more confident. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, or you know, you could DM me, ask me, whatever you need to do, and I will make sure you get the information that you need. Okay, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.
Let me say, brown skin girl, don't you know you're beautiful? Yeah, melanin just so instructable.